Hello, everybody. This is Pastor David. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's great that I can come visit with you in the middle of our week. I miss you. I love seeing you on Sunday if you're able to be here with us at church and sometimes other times during the week. In fact, Monday night, we had an amazing, I drove up Monday night about 6 o'clock and the parking lot was filled. It was like a Sunday morning. I mean, literally. So we had our kid men was meeting Monday night up here, going over some training and working and planning and organizing and having some strategic time. And all of our kid men workers came out, Stephanie and Mary leading the way, and they had a great time. And we had our some men prayer group Monday night. And it was wonderful. We always have a meal. Well, we have food, and I knew Mark Whitaker was doing the food, so I said, "Oh Lord, help Mark do fried chicken," because Mark picks up fried chicken sometimes. So Monday night we had fried chicken. We had 46 men to come here to the mill to pray. We didn't come to eat or goof around. We came to pray. 46 men here at the mill Monday night. We stayed for a while. I mean, it wasn't just prayer. It was confessing and sharing and being accountable and encouraging and crying and laughing. And this actually was kind of the brainchild of Todd Culp. This was his passion, to see our men come together and pray. And this some men concept was right out of his heart. And I've been thinking about how he would be happy about that. So, guys, thanks for coming Monday night. It was an awesome time. We're going to have to modify it a little bit because we have so many people. But it was awesome. We have a great week planned. We have our Saturday is our TNT fish fry, which means Todd and Tom. Those are two great men who love to fish fry, love to feed men. And so we're going to gather as a church. Everybody's welcome. You said, well, I didn't know. Everybody's welcome. 4 o'clock Saturday at the Rice Farm. And that's kind of where it all started. So I hope you'll join us Saturday. Come by and get you some fish. There'll be some other food there if you're not a fish fan. But and then Sunday, we will have part 2 of our study in the book of James. I issued a challenge Sunday. James is pushing us toward maturity. James is a stern, he's that tough teacher. Remember that we talked about Sunday. And he's pushing us because he wants us to grow and mature in our walk with Christ. So I put out a challenge Sunday. If y'all want to join me, let's put it out there. Let's grow. Let's see the next 2 Sundays. Let's pursue maturity from our study in the book of James. James is tough, so it's not for the weak. This will be a challenge for all of us to kind of put on our big boy pants and begin to grow a little bit. So that's going to happen the next 2 Sundays. I'm very excited. I can't wait. And so just a quick thought today as I kind of go back to the challenge. The challenge from the book of James is I want you to become mature. We talked about, being in whatever grade we're in, staying in the first grade our whole life. Wouldn't it be a mess if a bunch of grown-ups were sitting in the first grade because they never progressed? Well, that's not how it works, but guess what? Spiritually, sometimes that's how it works. So 1 Corinthians chapter 13 today. I have a couple verses, and I want to, basically Paul is saying to us, you know what, it's time to grow up. And I want to kind of get on the shoulders of James and say, all right, y'all, now, it's time to grow up. Sometimes we sit around and we put it in cruise control, and we don't mature, we don't grow, we don't get involved, we don't take initiative, we don't do things, we don't lead spiritually. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. Verse 13. Now abideth faith, hope, love. And you know what the greatest of these is? It's love. So let me just give you an observation here. Verse 11. When you're in education, I was in education for many years. I taught middle school, high school, taught at the college level. and we're taught about something called age group characteristics. And what that means is, if you have a 6th grade class, you can't expect them to act like 12th graders, because they're not 12th graders, they're 6th graders. They're at a certain age and they're going to act like 6th graders. So you better be able to reach them and motivate them on their level. So he says that in verse 11. He said, when I was a child, I acted like a child. But you don't stay a child as you continue to get older. You got to become age group. I think Paul probably and James, they probably got aggravated because, like, how come I'm having to treat you grown people who've been saved a long time like little baby Christians? And that's, so it's normal for kids to act like kids. It's not normal for big grown-up people to act like children. And that's what he said spiritually. James said, I want to push you to maturity. Live out your faith. Put your faith into practice. All right, verse 12. For now we see through a glass darkly. You know what that means? That means a mirror. Now, when you got up this morning, you got ready to go to work or school, you stand in front of that mirror and you got out of the shower and maybe it was hot. And the mirror was covered up and you couldn't see it. And so you had to wipe it off and get it clean because you couldn't see it clearly because it was fogged up. That's how sometimes it is with us as Christians. And now we see things and they're a little fuzzy. And what that really means is it's an enigma. You know what an enigma? Enigma is a mysterious, puzzling, difficult situation that's hard to understand. That's how life is sometimes right now. But as we grow and mature, things come into view and it's clear. Well, verse 13. Now abideth 3 things: faith, hope, love. The greatest of these is love. And I was thinking about how that fits into this passage. Remember how children love? You know, I've heard little kids say something like, well, you're not my friend because I'm mad at you. You see, the love of a child can fluctuate a little bit based on how much have you done for me. You have a treat for me? You have a prize for me? Ooh, I love you, Papa. Now, they love you all the time, but sometimes that's a fact. When we grow up, we love. And we love in a mature way. And our love is unconditional. So I want to prod you and encourage you and push you because we're not kids anymore in the Lord. Some of us are new Christians and we're in that 1st grade level and we're trying to grow. But some of us have been saved a long time. And our love should show others that we're mature. So I hope you'll join us the next 2 Sundays. We're going to talk about, from the book of James, we're going to talk about let's grow up and mature in our walk with Christ. Thanks for letting me visit with you today. It's a beautiful day. I'm praying for you. I hope you can come see us on Sunday. If you can't, you watch us online. God bless you.